Every finance teacher I ever had was wrong, not slightly wrong, structurally, fundamentally wrong, about the one thing that actually separates people who build wealth from people who just talk about it. And somehow a cartoon figured it out before any of them did. I'll show you exactly what I mean. But first, why does almost every financially literate person still end up broke at 40? That question used to keep me up at night. And the answer, when I finally found it, made me genuinely angry. There's a scene in Hunter x Hunter that changed how I see money forever. Gon is standing in front of someone with twice his power, twice his skill, twice everything. And instead of retreating, he leans in. The narrator says something that sounds like it's about fighting. It isn't. It's about risk. It's about the fact that the people who build real power are the ones willing to enter a room where the outcome is not guaranteed. That's the first thing your school never taught you. Wealth isn't built in safety. It's built at the edge of what you can afford to lose. Morgan Housel wrote in The Psychology of Money that financial success has less to do with intelligence and more to do with behavior. Specifically, your relationship with uncertainty. The people who win aren't the ones who avoid risk. They're the ones who size it correctly and walk toward it anyway. Here's what that looks like in real life. Priya is a 29-year-old software engineer in Bangalore. Good salary, high savings rate. Every month she moves money into a fixed deposit and feels responsible. And every year, inflation quietly takes 5% of everything she saved. She's not poor. She's just standing still on a moving walkway, going the wrong direction. The second thing anime understood that most financial content refuses to say, your ceiling is set by your identity, not your income. Think about every protagonist who breaks their limit in anime. Naruto, Luffy, Eren. They don't just train harder. Something inside them shifts first. They stop accepting the story the world told them about what they were allowed to become. That internal shift, that is the wealth gap that no spreadsheet will ever show you. James Clear calls it identity-based change in atomic habits. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems, and your systems are built on who you believe you are. A person who believes they are not a money person will unconsciously sabotage every financial win they get. Not out of stupidity, out of identity coherence. So here is the pivot, the harsh truth, the thing anime kept screaming and we kept watching without hearing it. Information was never your problem. You know what compound interest is. You know you should invest early. You know the habits, you've read the threads, watched the videos, you know. And you still haven't started, or started and stopped, because knowledge without identity change is just trivia. The characters who win in every anime universe are not the most technically skilled. They are the ones who decide, at some deep, unreasonable level, that they are going to become someone different. And then they act from that place, even before the evidence shows up. That is the one thing they got right that took me years to understand. Wealth is a becoming problem, not a knowing problem. If that hit differently than you expected, then hit like and subscribe. The channel. More powerful content is on your way.